What's up, guys? So welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about the Quadrant protocol. What is it all about? What is the problem you are solving? What is their solution? Where are they? Who is behind the project? When is the token say? Should you invest or should you not invest? We will be going through all those steps. After a quick chat to those who have been subscribing, to those who are sharing the video one way or the other, your support is very, very good. Okay, let's get in. Now, when a platform is seeking for funds, they definitely say that there is a problem and they want to solve it. Now, the problem that Quadrant is seeking to solve is the issue of big data. Now, as we move on in the next few years, data is not going to be just big, but it's going to be very, 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 very big. Now, if you've not, maybe you're not following up the latest developments in the world of computing, there is the world of computing now where how do we create an interface between the human brain and computers that people will not get to interact with just the computers, but through their brain can actually interact with the online world, that interact with these systems and all that. Now, and with that alone, according to an article I saw on Twitter a few days ago, it talks about that every single hour, 13 million articles, listen, 13 million articles are being written on a daily basis. Now, when you look at the, let's say, secondly or every minute action of people on the web, whether it's social media websites or entertainment platforms like YouTube, the things from likes, shares, comments, every action of people on the internet, not even just on the internet, every single action of people on anything called computing device and connecting infrastructures like the internet, your mobile phone, your laptop, then the internet, every single action you do is being monitored and your data is being collected. Now, many of these companies claim that they are using this data to solve for the problem of poor marketing. Well, many of them might be very helpful with delivering ads. Sometimes they are very good, sometimes they are very bad. But when you look at the issue of the centrality, like I wrote here, the centrality, the art of concentrating power on one entity. When you have a state, a nation state, in a nation state, there is nothing like the separation of powers. There is one entity or a group of entities that are responsible for doing everything. There is no check and balances. There is going to be a big problem. The internet today, which is Web 2.0, is controlled by some few giants. Now, you can see a country like China. China is a different world. It's like when you look at the internet, there is two worlds. You have the free world, the United States and other parts of the world, and then you have the Chinese world, just China alone. Now, in the Chinese world, you have countries like Baidu, Alibaba, Tencent, and many other companies. And then when you look at the free world, you talk about platforms like Amazon, Google, Facebook, and all that. These people are controlling data, and it's so much. They're taking this data and we don't know what they're doing with the data. They're not giving us any reward for it, and it's a very, very big problem. When you look at the issue of data, it's very big. Like concentrating it in one person is big, right? Not giving financial incentive is another big problem. Not being transparent with what is being done with the data is another big problem. So what will be the goal of the Quadrant protocol? The Quadrant protocol is simply a kind of protocol that will provide mechanisms and infrastructure that will be used to take away the middlemen from the data economy. When you look at platforms like Facebook, Google, and all that, they're collecting data to use themselves, and they also sell it to third party who are willing to use it. But what about if the people who have this data are the ones that are in charge of their data, and any person who wants their data can get those data in an encrypted and an anonymous way, and we get some incentive for such data sharing? How is it going to be? That is what they're bringing. So to disintermediate the process. So who will be the network participants in the Quadrant ecosystem? So the first guys have to do with this, the nursery. So these are the kind of atomic parts of the network that the ones they can provide the smallest unit of data. So you can call them like the smallest unit of data providers, like create something called stars. And then these multiple stars that have been created on multiple sources, we can now map them together to form what we call the constellations. Then we have the pioneers. So these pioneers, they are basically the ones that are entities that create data products with the Quadrant smart contracts. Then you have the Elons, the entities that utilize the created data products and we then build new and unique products and services. Then you have the guardians. So you already know in the network there has to be people who are actually providing security for the system. Now, when you look at the previous the nurseries, the constellation, the pioneers, and all that, they're basically different. The whole network, you can summarize it to be those who are providing the data. Can also summarize it to be those who are using this data. Then you can also summarize it to those who are actually providing security for this data. So you can provide security. You can provide the data. You can provide services that will make this data very, very useful to all. But if there is no security, it becomes a problem. So they will be employing the services of masternodes. So you can actually own a masternode that will safeguard the system, and you already know that masternodes comes with some incentives. So who will be some of the data providers? You can contact the team if you're interested in becoming a data provider. Maybe you're a firm or a business or whatsoever. You can actually reach to them, and they've already gotten some partnership with some group of companies. Axe, Thomson Reuters, Secures, and all that. So you might be asking, okay, what's the token utility? The token utility will be simply what will be used for the stamping of data to the network, and then simple and complex payments. It also be used for as in staking for access and other functions. So you might be asking, okay, who is behind the team? The profile of the people behind the team, it's on the website. The founder and the CEO of DataStream, that is also related to the data exchange space. His profile is there. Then you have other persons like Bakan Jasani. The lady, she has won an award from India, I think actually Gold Award. And then you have other persons who are actually in the space. Then you can look some of the advisors. Now, when you look at the advisors, they have a good advisors from different parts of the market. Like when it comes to community building, there's chief of operations at Sentiment. So Sentiment is basically a crypto platform or company, as you may call it, that provides better insights into cryptocurrency investing. And then you have BitGo. So BitGo has been able to, BitGo processes, if I'm not mistaken, billions of transactions per month, 10 billion transactions per month. And the CTO at BitGo will be providing technical advice. And then you have other guys. You have Pavel Banks, the guy that is involved in the decentralized Blue, a platform that is building decentralized database. And you can see Blue is one of the companies that is really doing one of the very good things in the space. So you'll be providing technical advice, and then you have the supporters in the system like Amasis. Amasis will be helping them with the running of the ICUs and all that. Then you have Blue as a partner, Kinetic, and all that. Okay, this is the ICO details. The whitelist is closed. Sorry about that. So the token will be sold for 5 cents per token. Total supply is going to be 1 billion, and this will be 20 million as a hard cap, 30 million as a soft cap. So that means with 30 million and upward, the system is good to kickstart. And this is the token distribution: 40% for cross-state, company 20%, and all that. And this would be the way they plan to use the funds. You can go through the link. 30% for research and development, business operations and development, operations and security, and all that. And this is the roadmap. The testnet release Q1 of 2018. The token say data are being released and all that. Consolidation protocol release, and then their smart contract has been audited by Hosho. That was June 12th when they released the statement. That was 2 days ago. So however, guys, as I told you earlier on, this is sponsored review. Now, all reviews, sponsored and unsponsored, whether they are news, whether they are ICUs, whether they are crypto or originally, whether they are maybe just abstract things like maybe giving guidelines on what to do or experiences or whatsoever. Everything that you hear on the internet from person A, B, C, D, me, other persons, everything should be taken as just information. Take your time. If you want to get the best out of anything, if you want to get the best out of anything, whether it's crypto, whether it's investment, whether it's life, whether it's anything, if you want to get the best out of anything, you must give in your best. And when you look at the crypto space, you just have to give in your best, to do your own research yourself. There are tons of projects that I, as a person, am not even aware of. On the internet, I could just stumble across someone talking about it using maybe on YouTube or an article. That is just for information purpose. I have to go back and do my own research. So guys, I hope everything I said makes sense to you. Thanks for subscribing, and do have a very good day.